Folks, what is going on? Today we're in the garage, got the Sonata pulled up. Now this was my daily, because my transmission blew up on my truck, 220,000 miles on it. I was told it was rebuilt. I don't really believe it. When I got it, the oil was dirty as heck in it. I changed the oil in it, and it's still, changed the oil, both filters, the whole nine, and then it blew up at 220. So, like I said, it smoked the overdrive bands, smoked the first gear. I think it was first gear bands, or I think first and overdrive might be the same bands, not really sure. But it cooked or smoked the clutches, cooked the bands, and there was a couple other things wrong with it. Oh, the valve body had internal leakage, so there was a pile of stuff wrong with it. Anyways, I bought the Sonata, dropped the truck off at a shop on a Thursday. They had the truck done the following Wednesday. Built transmission. I got a billet torque converter, input shaft, upgraded valve body. Well, just a shift kit in the valve body. A brand new electronic unit in the trans. Brand new clutches, carbon fiber clutches, and brand new bands. And all new seals, obviously. Truck's running good, driving good. I got it back over here at the house. But the Hyundai needs an oil change. So we're going to go ahead and change the oil on this, on the oil and the transmission fluid on this thing. Keep her going good.
Come on, you're watching the Uncle Mike YouTube channel. Stick around.
So I just unclipped these two here on the air filter box, and there's two more down in the back. I took them off and pull this out, and we can snake the air filter out like so. Absolutely filthy. So, and now we'll go right back into this thing with a brand new Wix filter here. Brand new. It's got the little rubber seal on it. Good deal. So I snaked the actual whole air box off because I wanted to look at the inner filter, and it's a non-removable. You got to replace the lid to replace it, unless you wanted to do some extensive DIY work to replace this filter. Mine is fine, no dirt in there at all. Air box is fairly clean, a little bit of schmutz in there, but nothing too crazy or too what do you call it, unacceptable. Pop the gasket off. Never a good thing. Here we go, get on there. Goodness gracious. Oh, there we go. Drop that new filter in there. Look how old or how dirty that old one was for a white filter. White filter, crazy. Anyways, throw the air box back in there. It ain't gonna be a big deal here. I'll just drop her down in here and be done with it. Good deal. Learn from my mistakes. You see all this transmission fluid. I was going through this top plug here, but I didn't have the actual, that's how you fill it and check the level right there. So you pull this cap out. Oh, you pull this little cap out. It's a 3/4 inch socket. Pull this out, or a 3/8 drive hex. You just put that in there, pull it on out. There's a square, I guess, not a hex. Pull it out, and then when the oil starts coming out of that, when you're filling it, you stop, start the car on a level surface, and run it until you have a slow trickle coming out of there. So I done made a mess, an absolute mess. I got oil everywhere in here. It really irritates me, but live and you learn. Move on, get over it. Well, all seems to be well with the car. Doing a little road test on it. Nothing wrong with checking your work out now. 5 quarts of oil for the transmission. If you're just going to pull the plug, drain it, and fill it back up. If you want to change the filter, you got to drop the pan and do all that trash. I just do the I do the oil change every 25,000 miles, and then whatever the manual says for a filter change for an internal filter. You just got to read your manual and see what yours says. Got the oil changed on the car as well. Everything's looking good. Air filter looking good. All is well. We're cruising on around, so we're gonna head it on back to the house. So now that the oil change is complete on the Sonata, I'm gonna go ahead and roll on over here to the Tahoe and change the oil on it. Needs an oil change, so we'll go ahead and get in here, do a quick oil change, reset the light, and everything will have fresh oil changes. Can't complain with that. Gotta keep your stuff running. Treat your stuff right, it'll treat you right. How do you work this thing? There we go. 42% life. Hell, I was 100 miles off of needing the oil changed. Changed it 100 miles early and we got 40% life. 500 miles, or sorry, 5,000 miles only. Reset. 100%. Let's pull her off here, off these little ramps. Coming out. Come on now. Oh, that's drive. Y'all about seen something right there. That's what they say about texting and driving. Got the phone in my hand and got a little complacent there. Y'all about seen something. Oh my goodness. Heck, we're just out here having a good time. Speed limit. Good deal. Well, folks, that'll do it for this one. Gonna go ahead and wrap everything up. A little cold out here. I think it's 25 degrees. Out here in the barren desert, and it gets that cold. Unbelievable. It's cold enough, it should be snowing.